Hey, Appliance Boot Camp. This is Mike Sneed coming to you live today, tonight from the actual new location for Appliance Boot Camp. We're out here doing some work, so on this second shift. So I took a few minutes to actually do my live feed. I'll give YouTube a few minutes to actually notify people so people can join. Hopefully, it'll be to keep it up from here. I have to move around a little bit. Okay, all right. We're here. We're at the actual location for where our new Appliance Boot Camp is at. Going to be at the new headquarters. And tonight we're working second shift again. Actually getting everything, finishing up the demo. I'm going to switch the camera around and let y'all kind of see what we got going on. Okay, here we go. This is where we're at right now. We've taken the whole wall out. They gotten all the floors up. I want to thank JT Apprentice. His apprentice been working over the weekend and a lot last week, helping me out with this rehab. You can see now that the floors are totally up. We got everything kind of sealed up, so can't nobody see what we got going on. We got the back wall coming out. Tonight we're gonna have this wall completely torn out, and we're gonna be all the way back here. We're gonna frame that door up so you can't get to the other building. But by the end of tonight, we'll have everything torn out where we have the totally open space where Appliance Boot Camp is gonna be at. And then we're gonna start framing it back up. So I didn't want to get the helpers on YouTube because nowadays we have some crazy people following us, and I don't want nobody getting in trouble or anybody jobs or anything getting on them. So I just keep everybody else off. But yeah, here we go. We got it all taken. We got it coming apart. We got another hour or two. We're gonna be out here working, pulling it apart. So I'm not gonna be on live long. I just want to come let you all see what we're doing. It's coming along real good right now. I'm about on schedule. I'm about to catch up. But we're gonna have almost 3 times. We're gonna have more than 3 times the space that we had at the old Appliance Boot Camp. So we'll be able to get in, and when we come here, we have enough space where everybody have their own appliance they can work on. Well, you have partners. So no more than 3 people together be working on appliances. That way, everybody have enough time. Everybody have enough hands-on. I can make sure people who haven't worked with hand tools and stuff before, they have enough time and enough hands-on where they'll be comfortable with the hand tools. That's something I'm saying that we really gonna have to work with, getting people accustomed to working with tools. And we also have to identify what tools are needed for what bolts and screws and stuff like that. Like I say, I'm still learning, and I'm finding out a lot of people still because, like I said, skilled trades have been taken out of the school systems, and you don't have the men sitting around teaching people how to repair stuff and fix stuff anymore. So even the men are having a hard time identifying what tools should be used with what nut and what bolt and what screw. So we're gonna have to address that too. I just want to tell people who's waiting on the dryer vent cleaning. Let me switch it around. People who's waiting on dryer vent cleaning course, that course is coming out. I was gonna release it last night, but JT, he asked me last night not to release it yet. He wants to do something with me on that course, so he's gonna come back up this week. So hopefully he'll be up either Wednesday or Thursday, and he want me to release that course with him. He has some things he want to add into it. So last night he asked me not to release it yet because he want to come back up and kind of help me with some stuff on it. And I said, fine, I appreciate it. So JT is going to help me with that. So I told him I was going to let everybody know it's JT's fault that didn't get released Sunday night. Because Sunday when we was at the Appliance Boot Camp, he asked me if I could just hold off till he can get back up here this week. And we'll release it together. And he's gonna give me a little bit more push on that on his channel. So I appreciate that, and I thank him for that. So that's where we're at. And I just want to tell people too, the Appliance Boot Camp, it was very good. I had a very good crew that came in this past weekend. Everybody's doing well. It's funny. One guy, I gave him some information, how to go get contracts and stuff. And one guy hit me up already before 10 o'clock this morning. Said he was already in negotiation with somebody doing a contract. He sent his information in, and the people had already reached back out at him. So he already heard something before 10 o'clock this morning. He already had heard back from one of the companies, and he's actually getting his stuff situated with that company now. I guess he'll let me know how it goes. But yeah, that's how fast it went. Like I say, it hadn't been 24 hours, and he's already talking to a company. So I was glad to hear that, and I was glad. Like I said, the alumni always come back through. I want to thank Gerard. I want to thank Edward. I want to thank everybody who came through. Even I don't want to say his name because he's still working, but he came back through and he shared with the actual class that he was planning to quit his job at the end of the year in January, but he was telling the class that he's probably gonna quit before then. So I was glad that he came back through. And when they come back through, that's the thing. When people come back through from Appliance Boot Camp, they're coming back through talking business, or they're doing business. Gerard, when he came back through, him and his brother, they in there. His brother now has a printing business, and he makes the magnets and the shirts and stuff. So they in there, his brother in there talking business with the people who's coming through Appliance Boot Camp. He's making signs. He's helping them with their logos. They're going over. I was looking at them late last night, where they was up on the whiteboard and they're designing logos, and he's helping them out, and they're telling him what he wants, and to see that incubator for everybody, all those young men and women there, and they're creating businesses. Nobody there looking for jobs. They're actually building their businesses. Those guys have businesses coming back. When Edward came back, he was actually Edward was the guy who flipped appliances, and I took him out to the place where I used to get my appliances and introduced him in the, as I say, the plug. And Edward came back, him and his wife, and they was picking up the appliances that we had put on the back of my box truck. So he got to talk to them. They got to see what we say we're doing. We do. They got to see the appliances that Ed was coming to get. They saw Ed. So it's not me just making stuff up. They get to see Gerard, and they see Gerard's brother there now in business. And they're doing business, so it's really good. And same thing, Gerard and all of them, they come here. I got a bug flying around. They come out, and they coming out to the new store, helping out and looking at stuff and just doing everything. And that's the thing too. When with us with Appliance Boot Camp and whatnot, I want to say this, but it's not no disrespect for anybody else who's doing courses and who have content and stuff they're putting out on the internet. There's no disrespect to anything. 'Cause everybody don't have to do it the way that JT and I are doing it. But I want to say that's one of the things that I'm proud of. When you all come here, you all are seeing where y'all money is going. We're not on the internet selling you a course and then telling you how well we're living and all the good stuff that we have that you don't have. And the reason I have it is because you buy my course. When you come here, you can actually see and touch where your money is going, and it's building a bridge for people behind you. So when you come here, you're saying this is your stuff, just like it's mine. They see the guys that the alumni come in. The alumni come in, they right at home, like they're at their own house, which it is. They don't come in and ask me, can they do this and that, because they don't have to, because it was because of them that we have this. They come in. You saw Gerard and his brother just set up and take the spot that they need and go ahead and do their business. They ain't gonna ask me that. You see what we call Edward come in, grab the key to the truck and go get his stuff, and he ain't got to ask me that, because it's because of them that I'm able to do this. And that's why I enjoy doing this, because I'm actually seeing that this right here is not us selling a course. We're way past selling a course now. After talking to people this weekend, I'm realizing all of us is treading water in the same lake or river, if you want to say. because if everybody's listening to the same people on the internet, everybody has the same information, everybody's very, very woke. And right now, I think it's far past appliance repair. It's a movement. Right now, this is a movement that is really taking over this nation and this country now. Because of the internet, people like myself, like TMM Appliance, Mike Check, Glendon Cameron, Erica Williams, Andre Hatchett, JT Hustles, all of those guys and all those people, Yvette Carnell, Tone Talks, Boris Watkins, all of them. Even though some people differ from the message might differ a little bit, and they might have some minor disagreements, how some people approach stuff. But all in all of us are listening to the same people, and all of us are on the same wavelength. So it's a movement that has taken over. So if somebody comes here and they're looking, they thinking, Appliance Boot Camp and JT Hustles are selling classes, and they whatchamacall, and they just trying to get money and whatnot. Nah, it can't be that because we whatchamacall. We're putting all the money right back in here. You can see where the money is at. When they come here, they can see that we purchased the building, that we're building the building. Ain't nothing. We ain't asking nobody for no donations. And the people who come here, they actually get the small contributions that are being made to come here. They're getting that money back in a week or two, and they're building businesses and changing lives. So, like I say, right now, I got a whatchamacall. I got to get back and finish this up because I'm on a deadline. I got to be out my old building by the end of the year, so I got to get moving. Okay, so I'm gonna read what's in the chat, then I'm gonna get out. When is the next Appliance Boot Camp? We have a couple more this year, but I think we totally sold out. If you go look at the links, you can see if we have anything, but I think we totally sold out. All right, Greg B. Hey, how you doing, Greg B? BK from the Rockies. You getting it done? Yeah, they're getting it done, man. We moving. Chris G. Holla, Mike. Hey, how you doing? All right, Vivian Matthews. Good, looking good, Mike. Thanks. KT Pretty Trill, nice open space. Yeah, it's gonna be really nice. When y'all see what we do with it in a couple of weeks, you're gonna really like it. And it's gonna be something that it'll be something that you want to come through and show your family and your friends and all that. It's gonna be something you'd be more than happy to recommend to someone to come to. Lamarton Station, way to go. All right. Quentin Hodge, looking good. Thanks. Marvin DeGain, good night, shaping up nicely. I'm from the Trinidad and Tobago here. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks, international listener, subscriber. Thanks. All right, Cole Adams. Hey, how you doing, Cheryl? I hope you made it home safe like you have. But thank you for watching. Okay, Quentin Hodge. I would like to get the email for the October class. Thanks. I would still like to get the info. Okay, if you haven't got it, email me. Let me see if I can put email in the chat. If not, it'll be in the description. Email me if you haven't gotten that information from the October class. I sent it out to everybody. So if you hadn't gotten it, email it to me. Kevin Roberts, good evening, Mike, ABC family. Okay. I hope to be in business by the time you get finished. Okay, yeah, you should be, because we're going to get finished by the end of this year. We're gonna be in here in January. Danny Sully, Mike, do you need to learn to read schematics to repair appliances? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Kevin Roberts, hey, Mike, is the cell phone repair class in the same building as ABC? Yes, it is. We share the same building, and when we move here to the new building, they be coming with us. They be coming with us to the new building. All right. Okay, Lamarton Staten, as an ABC alumni, this training is the truth. Thank you. M. Sway, hey, he retracted a message. Don't retract it, M. Sway. I saw what you put. Just put it out there, man, and let's talk about it. Put it out there. Darren Clark, facts, Mike. Yeah, you're right. Hey, put it back out there, M. Sway. Let's talk about it. Tech Connect NC. I informed a student of the same thing, Mike. It's the value we try to offer people to make a difference in their lives. Thanks, man. That's Ontario from Tech Connect. All right, I appreciate that, man. W Person 04. Hey, Mike, what happened? What happened to the drive-in course? When I go to sign up, nothing's there. That's because JT asked me not to release it Sunday night. Last night, when I was going to release it. He wants to come up and do something during the release. So he asked me if I would just hold off until he can get back. And I had no problem with that because we had a long day. I get to the appliance repair, the appliance ABC course. It starts at 7 a.m. I have to get up at 5 a.m. and I'm at the I'm at the shop by 6, and I'm getting everything prepared for the people showing up. And we go. It's nonstop from 7. Usually we're supposed to get out at 5, but people are so wound up and stuff that I don't push nobody out. I let them stay. Last night they didn't leave till almost 7 o'clock. So at that time, JT, he has to drive about 2 hours away, and he wanted to do something with it. So he just asked, "Can we do it when he comes back up?" And I said, "No problem." I had no problem with that. All right. All right, Darren Clark. We want better. We want our own. We want to leave the legacies. We want to leave legacies behind. No doubt. No doubt. Carl Adams. I feel more empowered to go out and take the leap by the training. Thank you, Carl Adams. What about the 240 volt outlet? How many you gonna update into the building for the units? We're gonna have 5 to 6 stations. So we'll have 240 volt outlets wherever we need them at. We'll have gas. Fortunately enough, I'm a licensed electrical contractor, so all of that is no problem. Wherever we need electrical outlets, I can put it there. Shaman 05 what's up, Iron Mike? LP, if anyone cancel in November, slide me in the spot. I'm paid for the December 7th. Okay, I definitely will. All right, Dale Scott, can't wait to be a part of the family. Looks good. I know the transition to this building is going to be awesome. Yeah, it is. I got some neat stuff I want to put in here, and I can't wait to we finish getting everything ripped out so I can actually start framing it back up. All right, Greg B. Mike, I didn't get the 3 third-party warranty companies you recommended. I didn't get the 3 third-party warranty companies. If you look into that, if you look into the Appliance Boot Camp, it's the PowerPoint presentation. I give you 3, but you need to go search for the rest of them in your area. Just search on third-party home warranties and just go there and start applying, because they're gonna be different ones in different areas depending on who your real estate agent is selling. The real estate agent sells the policy, so in your area where you live at, the real estate agents might be selling another policy. So I just gave you 3 so you can get started and know how to go out and apply. But you have to search for where you live at, which ones are best, which ones are actually the biggest movers where you live at. Kirks, Mike, I got my insurance today. Mike, great class the past weekend. Okay, thanks, man. Okay, you got everything else. Yeah, look into whatchamacallit. It's gonna be in the PDF file. Look in the not the PDF. It's gonna be the PowerPoint presentation. Look in there. Okay, here we go. All right, M. Sway, did you post that dryer cleaner program, or you got another bad excuse again? Shake my MF head. Okay, M. Sway, all right. No, like I said, JT asked me to actually hold off and don't post it until he comes back. So I've done that for JT, and I would do it again for JT, as much as he's done for me, and much as he's done for everybody else on the channel and his channel. If JT's asking me to hold off on it, I'm going to hold off because he got something special to put in for it. It'd be a better benefit for you and anybody else. Now, besides that, M. Sway, we've brought multiple people on here who said they just looked at the videos and they made $10,000. The last time we talked about it, somebody looked at the videos and just looked at it and went out and got a contract for $72,000 in 6 months. You had a young lady who said she just asked 6 people if she could just clean their dryer vent, and they said yes, so that's $600 she can make. Now, if you ready to go and go clean dryer vents, why haven't you go ask anybody? If I was you and I was as excited to go clean dryer vents as you want to be, and I found out that some guy on that's just like you, that's on the other side of that camera, they haven't looked at no dryer vent course, all he's done is looked at the videos. JT and I got 4 or 5 different videos up that shows how to clean dryer vents. I've got videos where I'm in people's houses cleaning dryer vents. I got videos telling you how to go market. Everything you need to do is in these videos. So if you want to go do it and you serious about doing it, you would have done it. As soon as, if I was you, as soon as I heard that guy when he got $72,000 cleaning dryer vents, I would not have stopped going to apartment complexes from now until the end of the year till I got me one. But what I'm figuring out is what I tell you all last time. A lot of times, it's not the fact that you don't want to do it. You want to be able to blame somebody if it don't go wrong. You don't want to take the responsibility of doing it yourself. You want somebody to come, hand it in your hand, give it to you, say, do this, punch 1, punch 2, and you should get 3. If you don't get 3, you want to be able to say, well, Mike Sneed told me to do this and it didn't work. You don't want to take responsibility. You need to learn how to go out and kill your own food and drag it back into your house. And so that way you're not dependent on anybody. If you need to read, you need to go out and get the book by Marcus Garvey. Read his book. What's the name of it? The one that he gave his people when he was teaching them to come into his organization. Read his book, and he said don't depend on anybody because they might be too late getting there, and you might starve waiting on them. Learn how to do it for yourself. All the information you need to do is there. Now, if you want me to package it up, which I have, and give it to you in one simple place, yeah, I do that. But you have to pay $225. You can pay the $225, or you can be like everybody else. Just say, okay, I'm going to save $225, and I'm just going to take me a couple of hours and go look at all the videos and everything they have on here, do it yourself, and you ain't got to worry about me posting it. You can then take responsibility for your own life. And that's what I'm teaching you all. That's why I don't teach. That's why I don't make technicians. That's what technicians want. Technicians want everybody to bring something to them. I'm teaching people how to go kill their own food and drag it into their own house. That way they're not dependent upon me. When whatchamacallit them come up there to the shop, when Gerard and them come to the shop, they're not asking me to do anything about their businesses. Gerard now has showed his own brother how to create a business. And they come in there making their own business. Nobody's waiting on me. Edward not waiting for me to come out there and do anything for his business. Nobody is. And you got to be the same way. All right. Oh, okay. Double AJWS. I was one of the ones that stayed until 7:30. Left a lot. Yeah, that's no problem. And that's why I say the class is one thing, but the conversations and stuff we have afterwards, that's something totally different. That's almost more valuable than the class. LP, what date are you scheduled for? Okay. Clint Jackson, anybody recommend an insurance company? I tried Hocox and Next Insurance, and they are charging $200 and up for general liability. Cheapest I found was $142. That's almost free. That's pretty good. You got $142. That's good, and you got your business will pay for it. All right. Kevin Roberts scheduled the class January 11th. Okay. Hopefully then, I hope we're gonna be into the new building by then, Kevin. How far out will your jobs take when you start appliance repair for warranty company? I don't understand what you're talking about when you say how far. Are you talking about driving distance or how long you have to get to the calls? Be a little bit more clear with that. All right, Kirk, you done gave enough free info. That's why you come to the course. Yeah, if you can come. But yeah, no, he's waiting for the dryer vent. He's waiting for the dryer vent course that we're gonna put online. And I not put it online. I want to see him buy. I want him to see the first one to buy. But he's waiting on that. But that's no problem. We're gonna give it up. But like I said, JT wanted me to wait till he come back, and I don't have no problem waiting for JT. Kevin Roberts. Sometimes people just be blowing smoke like pay no attention. Yeah, I used to think that too, Kevin Roberts. But I'm finding out it's not blowing smoke. There's a lot of people that are like that, and I'm going right back. It's got to be the school system that have made people like that, where they're afraid to go out and do anything for themselves. That they think everybody's supposed to hand everything to them. You got to do everything when they get ready, and you got to give them all the answers. And that comes, a lot of that comes too with whatchamacallit, not being able. It used to be if you was in school and you made a 13 on a test, you got a 13. But now, if you make a 13, they don't want to hurt your feelings. They just give you pass or fail. So that way, they can, if you don't have to average in all those low grades and stuff, so nobody can flunk. And if you just come to school and don't miss no days, you get a social promotion, and that's what people want nowadays. They want social promotion. They don't want to do nothing for themselves. They want everything handed to them. Ernest Kennel. Hey, Mike, just checking in. ABC alumni here. Business is booming. Thanks. That's for everything. Wait, glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. All right, hey, real talk call outs. Yeah, glad to see that's somebody else alumni. There you go. How far is the new location from the old location? Less than 5 minutes. What's it called? JT and Gerard, they drove back and forth all day. It's less than 5 minutes. Matter of fact, it's closer to you. It'll be closer to you all because it's just gonna be right down the street from the hotels where you stay at. So it's gonna be closer, and it's gonna be a closer proximity also to the food and hotels. So it's gonna be good. All right. Driving distance. It depends. You pick out the zip codes that you'll want to service, and from that zip code, that's where they're gonna send you your call. So it depends on how far you want to go. You tell them how far you want to go. You give them the zip codes and how far you want to drive. Okay, Ilsway, things. Okay, Clint Jackson, $142 not bad. Most people pay around $40 to $50 for general liability. They pay $40 to $50 for general liability. Are you talking per month or per year? Let me know, because let me know where they're getting that, because I want that. I want to know where the 142 at. If you're getting it for 142, let me know where that's at. I want that also. All right, let's see what we got here. There, how you doing, Gerard? The new location is in a great location. Yeah, it is. It's gonna be right downtown. It'll be lit up a lot more. It's gonna be close to the hotel. It's gonna be easier to get to. Right now, you have to go past our old location, go to the next exit, turn around, and come back. So it's gonna be a lot easier when you come into driving to it. Okay. Dwayne H. Making something out of nothing. It's called ingenuity, Mike. Yeah. Necessity. Necessity is the motherhood of ingenuity, because you gotta have it, and that's what we're doing here. A lot of people ask me, how do I do this? I don't know what I'm doing. I just know the walls gotta get torn down. So what we're doing, the first step is to actually tear the walls down. And how I got that from Booker T. Washington and George Washington Carver when they were building Tuskegee. When they went out there, they was given land that was barren. They had grew cotton, and they had grew tobacco and all these crops for so many years that the land was depleted. It couldn't grow anything because they had taken all the nutrients out of the land. So when they got the land, they gave it to them because it wasn't worth nothing. It was barren land. They say it ain't no good. You can have it. So when Booker T. Washington, when they got George Washington Carver to come out there, George Washington Carver said the first thing we need to do, we need to get the land fertile again where it can actually produce some crops. And he knew that he knew certain crops take the nutrients out of the land, and certain crops put nutrients in the land. And he knew peanuts and soybeans put nutrients back into the land. And so that's what he said, we got to grow these to get the land straight. And at that time, Booker T was like, well, what we going to do with them? Because that was a useless crop. Didn't nobody want no peanuts and soybeans and sweet potatoes back then. And he said, those crops are useless. And that's what George Washington Carver said. He said, the first thing we need to do, we need to get the land fertile again. After we get the land fertile, then we'll decide what we do with these sweet potatoes and soybeans and peanuts. And so what he done, after he started growing those, then he started creating products from those crops that he was growing. And he took a crop he took a product that nobody wanted and made it the number one cash crop in that area. Everybody started trying to grow soybeans and sweet potatoes. And so that's where I'm at here with this building. My first thing to do is to get the walls down. And once I get the walls down, then I'll go worry about the plumbing and the electrical and the HVAC system and all that. The first thing to do is get the walls down. Then after I get the walls down, then I'll worry about all the other stuff that need to be done. But that's how I approach any one of my projects I go on. I make sure I take care of the first step first, and then I get to the next step, I'll take care of the next step. All right. How far is the new location from the airport? It's gonna be about the same. It's gonna be the same distance. But maybe less than 5 minutes away from the old location. The boot camp training is 2 days. But when we get to the new building, those 2 days going to be a lot better. Right now, because we're in a small location, everybody have to share the same appliances. So it makes the day kind of it makes it kind of a longer push day, because I have to wait for everybody to get a chance to actually put the belts on, to actually get a chance to actually take the appliance apart. So when we get to the new location, everybody at the same time can work on their own appliance, so it'll move a lot faster, and we can spend more time going more in depth in the troubleshooting and stuff. Because right now, we got to move around, and people got to move to the front and the back, and then people got to move to actually get the other people time to get what they need done. WHLS. What's the name of the place? What's the name of the place you get your uniforms from? I forgot to write their name down. I get mine from Image Builder. They're a local company right down the street from me here in Clayton. But just go to any place that do shirts, embroidery, and stuff like that, and they'll be able to get you straight. And it'd be better to get one close by, near you. Matter of fact, Gerard and his brother, they're doing screen printing now. I don't know, maybe they might get into embroidery, I don't know. But they can screen print and ship it to you if you want to use them. Otherwise, find somebody close by and you can get them to do it. Because what happens, I find out, because I got the people who close by. Sometimes something might be happening when I'm going to a business meeting or something like that, and I need to have a shirt that actually has my logo and stuff on it. So I can run to I can run over to Walmart. I can run over to the Gap, any place, buy me a blue shirt or a gray shirt, and have them do the embroidery real quick, and then I got something to wear. All right, per month they paying that. I talked to a friend of mine today. They quoted me $45 a month. A company called Burbank quoted me $142. Okay, that ain't bad. Right now, but I have a lot more going on. I'm paying like $259 per month. But look and see, I'm paying like $259 for mine. All right, Marvin is 2 days. Okay, they get that. Kurt, the philosophy alone is worth the price of the class. Thanks. All right, Marvin. Okay. Jane Hill, appliance repair here in Dallas is saturated. No, it's not. If you see a lot of people doing it, that means there's money in it. See how many people doing, look and see how many people in Dallas is doing blacksmithing, or doing farrier service, shoeing horses and stuff like that, or trading mules. Ain't no money in it, ain't nobody doing it. And then look and see how many people are doing HVAC repair. and tell me ain't no see how many it's that saturated. There's no money in it. There's money in everywhere. All right, LP. Yeah, that's the thing. If you look at some place and you see a lot of people doing it, that means money involved in it. If you don't see nobody doing it, ain't no money involved in it. What response did you put, M. Sway? What do you say? Things. What do you mean by things? That's the only thing I see. What does that mean? Tell me real quick, because I'm getting ready to get out in a second, because I need to finish this up. But tell me real quick what things is. That's the only thing I saw you put down. But other than that, like I say, we got it going. We're knocking it out, and I'm proud of where we got this building at. Can't wait to actually get the paint on the wall. Can't wait till we start framing it up and go. And before I go, I just want to do this right here. This right here is for M. Sway. I'm gonna switch this one around. All right, M. Sway. Okay, I'm gonna show this right here. Yes, this is an opportunity zone, Kevin Roberts. I'm gonna show this right here for M. Sway. This right here, if you go look at the other videos, you saw us walking in, You saw less than 6 months we came out here. This right here is our dump truck right here. That this we done filled it up like 2 or 3 times. This right here is the new building. Right there is the actual fire department. That's the fire department. I'm gonna go around to the front. This for M. Sway, who I guess he's trolling, and I normally don't do this, but I'm very proud of what JT has put together. And if JT asked me to hold for a little bit for him to get up here because he wants to do something, I will hold. Because if it wasn't for JT, none of this would be possible. So I'm gonna come around to the front and let M. Sway see what JT has put together. This right here is a main street in the town that we're at. Right there is Town Hall. Right here is our new building, and we don't own not one building. We own two right here on the main street. Right here on the main street. Now, from the information that JT and I are putting out there, you see people coming in every time we come in talking about the money they're making, the companies they're putting out. It's not nobody getting no jobs. They're creating companies. They can create companies. Nobody asking for jobs. So this is what because of JT. This is because of JT. We're right downtown on the main street, and we've been able to pay cash for this with the help from people coming to Appliance Boot Camp, signing up for the online courses and this and that. And what happens with this? We haven't asked for no donations. We haven't been out here talking about what we're gonna do and don't do anything. We're actually doing it. So we got stuff here you can touch. And you said quiet place like Mayberry, North Carolina, for real, own the block. Yes, we do own it. We are owning the block. You see, I'm in the middle. And if those people, this building right here, if the people that was at the Appliance boot camp this weekend, they can attest. The guy that owns this building right here, he came and he's selling me this one. He want to sell me this building right here too. He just ain't at the price, but he's coming over here telling them what he want to sell it to me for. So we are gonna own this block. Before it's all said and done, we are gonna own this block. I'll show you something else over here. Over there, JT is looking over there to get those buildings. So that's what we're doing. And M. Sway, I wanna challenge you to get your dry vent cleaning business up and going. And you come out here and you or wherever you're at, you come out and you do the same thing and start employing people. And you start teaching people the trade. That if you're gonna do dry vent cleaning, you start teaching people dry vent cleaning, and you go out and you start buying up your community, and you start fighting off gentrification. This is us gentrifying this place. We're coming in gentrifying this little community right here. When we go over there to the town hall and stuff, the mayor know us. The mayor know JT. The mayor know my name. When we walk in there now, they follow us on YouTube. They might be looking at it tonight. But yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, M. Sway, to whatchamacallit, to you do the same thing, and then you post it up on so we can see it too. But once again, I want to thank everybody who's that's no problem, double AJ double S. But yeah, sometimes you have to, because what happens, we have so many people in our community who's always, especially. I'm not gonna go that way. We do have a lot of people in our community who's always talking about building stuff, and what they're gonna build and what they're gonna do, and it'll be 3 years from now, and they ain't bought the first building, ain't put the first kids in school, ain't had the first class or anything, or a lot of times in our churches, we got building funds been going on for 30 and 40 years and ain't built an outbuilding yet. But with us, in less than 6 months, we've taken the money. We've been good stewards of it. We put it in action, and we're getting more people through here, where more people can actually come out and learn the trade and go out and make their money. So, but once again, don't quite like the trolls, but sometimes you have to go talk to them. Well, it sounds like the fire department going out. But once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We'll be coming back later this week. There go the fire department. We'll be coming back later this week. Yep, so we right downtown, you can see. We'll be coming back later this week, JT, and we'll be offering our dry vent cleaning class. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a good day.